Disappointment. It's that feeling that things should be better than what they are, that circumstances should be better than what they are, that life should be better than what it is. Our expectations sometimes are here and our experiences come in here. And it's that gap in the middle that sometimes leaves room for huge disappointment. We all have disappointments in our lives, but most of us just don't know exactly how to process that. Like, what do I do with this that doesn't really seem to be the goodness of God in my life? Sometimes we struggle over the small things, the daily stuff, whether we get a bad haircut, we miss an appointment, something doesn't go exactly like what we wanted. Those are daily disappointments, but sometimes we move into the area of large disappointments, big disappointments in our lives. Maybe we lose our job and there's not one in sight for our field of work. Or maybe our little kids grow up and they don't make the best of adult decisions and it begins to affect everyone. Maybe you get that call from the doctor and it's a disappointing diagnosis, something that might affect a whole season of your life or maybe even the rest of your life. What do we do with those disappointments, those heavy ones, those ones that affect not just us daily, but also maybe a season or maybe the whole rest of our lives? How do we process that? How do we live that joyful, abundant Christian life that we hear of in John 10:10? We all want to live that, but how do we live that when we're living in a land of disappointment, of something that we thought would be here and it ends up coming in somewhere down here? How do we process those disappointments in our life? I've had some of those disappointments in my life. Matter of fact, probably the last 2 or 3 years, I've had some of the largest disappointments of my life. I haven't known exactly how to process those things. And so I've looked and tried to gather information to say, God, what do I do with this? When some of the things of the past look disappointing, they affect the future, how do I handle that? What do I do when I'm kind of worried about what might come around the corner next that might be the next great disappointment? Should we live in that fear or do we live in the goodness of God, knowing that He has a plan for even our struggles and even our disappointments? We have an opportunity, and I'm going to invite you into this opportunity. Coming up this next semester of Real Women, which is our women's ministry here at that church, we're going to be doing a study on the best-selling Bible study that just came out by Lisa TerKeurst. And I want to invite you into that study with us. What does it look like when disappointment is big in the picture and our faith maybe is not quite as big? So I want to invite you to join me for Lisa TerKeurst's new study. It's not supposed to be this way. Real Women will start April the 10th. It'll be on Wednesday nights. It's a commitment of only 6 weeks. You can be with us from 6 to 7:30 every Wednesday night, either at Sherwood, that Church campus, or at the Cabot, that Church campus. Or you can even join us online. And we will go through a large group teaching, and then we'll divide up into small groups and give you a small group connection. Let's learn together how to process some of these disappointments in our life so that we can have freedom to be able to love God and serve God the way that we need to. So this is my invitation to you to join us, just a group of women learning about God together and what He wants for our lives. So look us up online, go to that.church and sign up there, and we'll send you more information about what happens coming up on April the 10th. I'm excited to be a part of this, and I hope that you'll share it with us. See you soon.